We'll be having millions of emails sent. We'll be having thousands of applications downloaded. So it is like lot and lot what are happening on our digital network. And our future, it's only on internet where we are going to depend. In fact, we have depended because nowadays we have categorized our days as AC and BC. That is after Corona and before Corona. Because before Corona, we were not forced to use internet or cyberspace as much as we are being today. Because of the social distance, what we have to maintain, because of the limited access what we had in the lockdown time, we were completely dependent on the cyberspace, whether to communicate, whether to get engaged ourselves with any of the activities, to upload, download, to do the storage, to purchase. For a lot of things, we were depending only on one thing, which we called it as cyberspace, which was connecting us through the internet. So as I am showing you the screen, you can see how many things are happening in less than 1 minute. Let me tell you, to get a picture on your browser, that is on your computer screen, there'll be a lot of devices, lot of engineers, lot of servers which will be behind working the screen, which we are not aware about it. So that is where we are talking about how big the cyberspace is. Because as we all know about it, cyberspace doesn't have a barrier at all. That is, internet doesn't have a barrier. I am sitting here in India. I'm talking to my client who is in Europe, or to my friend who is in United States, or to a cousin who is in Australia. At the same time, the cyber crime also doesn't have a barrier. People who are sitting in Africa are committing crime at Indian cyberspace. So we need to know more about the cyberspace. That is the reason I started explaining what is internet, what is cyberspace, because I can't just push you to talking about the cybercrime initially, where you are not having a clear picture about what the cyberspace is, what the internet is, what are the things we are doing on the cyberspace, how is this internet is helping us to connect ourselves, communicate between us, at the same time making a biggest platform for the cyber criminals to commit the crime. So to start with, I just named it as New Age Mafia, because you all know about it. Is there anybody, before I could start with this slide, is there anybody in this session who doesn't have a smartphone? I think probably I might be asking a stupid question, because everybody has a mobile phone, especially the smartphone nowadays. After Corona, it has become a necessity for anyone to have a smartphone for their basic activities to be conducted. So in that case, now when we are using the internet for every second in our life, how much we know about the cybercrime? First of all, what is cybercrime? Before we talk about the types of cybercrimes or the categories, what is cybercrime? Because everybody talks about cybercrime, and whenever it is a session, usually when I shoot this question about asking what is cybercrime, most of them answer saying that it is hacking. Let me tell you, hacking is a type of cybercrime, one type of cybercrime. In hacking, there are so many different types of hacking we are having. So if it is one type of cybercrime, what we are talking is hacking. What are the other things? There are so many other cybercrimes which are existing, which we are becoming the victims every day, but we are not aware about it. Let me tell you the definition of cybercrime. Any crime where computer is used as a tool or as a target is a cybercrime. We named the initial definition was with the computer. But let me tell you, it has to be changed as any digital device. Any digital device, if it is a source or a destination for committing crime, becomes a cybercrime. So in cybercrime, there are different categories, there are different types, what we are seeing. So as I said, everybody's favorite word, hacking. That too in this new age mafia, hacking has taken its priority and it is sitting at the peak now. Are we the victims of hacking? Do we know what is hacking? This hacking is going to affect me, or are I going to be the safest one in this world where I'm not going to be the victim of hacking? So there are so many things which need to be answered when we talk about hacking. So the first thing is, what is hacking? Anybody who's there on the mute who wants to answer this, please unmute yourself and you can answer. What is hacking?
I'm stealing someone's data without his consent.
Yes, of course, stealing someone's data without his consent. Yes. What about, sorry, I didn't get your name. Who's this talking to me?
Myself, Sunil Kumar from Jammu. Man.
Okay. Mr. Sunil Kumar, what about me? Say that you're from Jammu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what kind of topic you handle usually at your colleges? I hope you are a professor, right?
Actually, ma'am, where I'm working, it is a technical organization under MIT, Ministry of Electronics and IT.
Okay.
And we are taking all the classes regarding to cybersecurity and Linux part and information security.
Okay. So that means you will be having a lot of information on your official laptops and you will be having the passwords also shared, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So without your consent, somebody has taken it and it becomes a hacking, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is one type of it. What about giving an information saying that that needs to be, say that there is an information on your laptop which needs to be given to somebody else and taking that content? Will that also become an hacking?
We can say.
Yeah, misuse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Misuse of
Yes, yes. As Mr. Sunil rightly said, the definition says that yes, without somebody's consent, if you are taking the data, it becomes hacking, or going ahead and meddling with the data, whatever is being under their supervisions, the owner's supervision, it becomes hacking. Going ahead and modifying that and utilizing it for their own interest, it also becomes hacking. Say that somebody might have hacked. How many of you have come across about this case where the Facebook, most of the police people Facebook were hacked and they had created a fake accounts on the police people and they were asking for the money. Most of you might have come across this news. That was also a hacking, faking. So a lot of hacking stuffs are happening. I have made and separate names, separate divisions as business, personal, and fun. That is the category wise I had put it. So a couple of people do the hacking for the business purpose. That means they want to earn money through that. That becomes their business. They want to make it. Second part, in the business, they want to go ahead and hack it because for the reputation purpose. They want to pull down someone down, they will do that. Second type is personal. Say that somebody is not happy with some other person. So that becomes a personal interest for them to hack their account, deface them, and pull down their reputation. What is fun then? Has anybody come across these kind of news, or do you know about any cases where they say that hacking was done for fun? Okay, let me tell you, there was a kid who was 12 years old in United States and he was from Houston States. And at the age of 12, for the fun, he had learned lot many technologies and he knew about hacking. And he had hacked a very important database and the server, which was mainly related to the energy of United States. That is the power energy. And for the fun, he had hacked it, but he was caught as the United States does a lot of monitoring of the internet traffic. So that was for fun. He had just did it because he just wanted to test himself. Let me tell you, the young hackers who learn about the hacking, they will do a lot of things for the fun. Just they want to go ahead and show up their strength, saying that they know hacking and they want to do it for fun. So one is for the business purpose, second one is on their personal interest, and third one is for the fun. So the next one is very interesting type of cybercrime, that is phishing, smishing, and we do have wishing also. So has anybody come across this phishing, mishing, smishing? Anybody? Okay. So how many of you have received? Somebody is talking. I don't know. Can you please spell out your name and talk? So how many of you got a mail or a message saying that you have won some lottery or something where you had earned some crores together? SMS. Has anybody received those kind of SMS? Has anybody received an mail or SMS saying that there is a personal loan which is pre-approved loan for you and you can just click on the link and you can earn it?
Just received today morning.
Oh, fantastic. You are coming to the conference. I think that is the reason it was a gift for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a freebie what was given to you. So did you get some money from that?
No, ma'am. I never, ma'am. Being as we are actually, I'm teaching information security, and I will do that kind of things. I don't go with the link. Never
Right.
ever I have opened the link.
So was it a SMS or email? How was it?
Ma'am, SMS, ma'am.
Okay, it was smishing. So whatever you use or whatever you get it through the SMS is smishing.
Okay.
Phishing is when you are getting it through your email, your other kind of forms like on the Facebooks, on your Instagrams, on your Twitters, that becomes phishing. Especially phishing, say that you have got a link saying that your pre-approved loan is there already ready for you, waiting for you to give the money. Once you click on the link, it'll ask your customer ID, your password of your bank, blah, 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 all the details. And finally, once you fill on all the details and click on it, like submit or agree or okay, the page will turn into the next page and says that server not found, internet disconnected, error 404, 505, something which is not known to you people. And finally, you think that there is an internet problem. That is the reason you are seeing this screen, or there is some issue with the server. But let me tell you, that is a phishing where they want to just collect your customer ID and the password. So we got to know about phishing, smishing. What is wishing? Has anybody come across with this word wishing? Okay, let me tell you. Couple of people might call you and say that there is an approved credit card for you already sanctioned. You just need to go ahead and give all the details on the call. Or they will say some other interesting thing saying that you have earned a trip to London or Paris. Anyways, Paris has been locked on again now for your information. So they will say that you have to just give the information on the call. And that type of calls, we call it as wishing. So why do they do all these things? They do all these things to collect the information from you. Because data is the very, very important stuff in the world today. The new kind of oil is data today. So you might be thinking what he will do taking my information like my name, my date of birth, my address. What is that he's going to do? Let me tell you a simple one. Probably he might create an other bank account in your name and take a loan. Or he might create a duplicate address proof or Aadhaar card or something and make some offense. Or he might go ahead and use all this information and take and duplicate Aadhaar card or voter ID. So there are so many possibilities under this, what they are doing, taking your data. So why do they do that? One is yes, for the business purpose. That is their business. That is the mafia they do. They sit and collect all the data, and people who have sneaked in from Bangladesh or who are sneaked in from some other country without a proper visa or a stay in India, they might need a fake passport or fake Aadhaar card. They might use your data. That is a business purpose. So they are going to sell your data. Personal, yes, of course. Somebody is not interested with you. They want to collect your data and seriously they want to pull down your reputation by making some crime in your name. Personally, they are targeting you. For the fun, yes, of course, there are people who will just go ahead and send the phishing mails and make a fun out of you because they want to say that, okay, I got your bank's account detail now. I can show you how the amount will be transferred from your account to my account. So that is going to be an other type of fun they might create, or seriously they might commit a crime. Then comes ransomware. So most of you might have come across this ransomware, right? That was a big time when we had a lot of companies whose network was attacked with this ransomware. What is ransomware? The criminals, they are very smart enough. They will go ahead and hold your data, encrypt it. They will not take the data. The data will be sitting in your system only or on your server only. But what they will do? They will encrypt it in such a way that you will be not able to access your own data. And they will say, yes, I'm going to give your data back once you pay me some ransom. It might be in Bitcoins, it might be in Indian currency, US currency, whatever the currency it is. Or they might say that you have to do a couple of my work. Once it is being done, I'll just go ahead and release your data. So where is the data sitting? It is with me, but I don't have the access. I myself getting locked inside my own house. So my data is getting locked in my own hand. Why am I not able to go ahead and decrypt it? Let me tell you, whatever the data which is going to be encrypted will be having its key to decrypt. I think you are having the sessions of cryptography. In that, it will be discussed more about encryption and decryption, the way the keys that will be used to encrypt and decrypt it. And whenever it is a ransomware, the guys who are going to encrypt your data will be having the key to decrypt it. And let me tell you, the fun part is, most of the times when they encrypt it, the decryption key they will be generating only after that. So they will be not having the key at the right time also. And to understand what kind of encryption they have done and how to decrypt it, it will take, sometimes it will take days, sometimes it will take months. That's the reason, even if we are the cybersecurity expert, when it is a ransom attack, to release the data from the expert also, it is going to take time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to take time. But immediately, if you want to get the data to be released from the cyber criminals, then you have to pay the ransomware. Why they do it? Obviously, it's a business purpose and mainly onto the personal purpose. If they see that you have the huge set of data sitting in your organization, and if they lock down the data, and the best example was Pittsburgh Hospital, when the hospital was under the ransom attack, all the patients' data were encrypted and it was locked. And hospital was in an hyperly very big issue facing, because they were not sure which patient is having in severe stuffs which need to be addressed on the paper. Everything was on the server only. And if the data was not released, people were going to be in the deathbed. That was the status over there. So that is the reason we say that whenever it is a ransom attack, it has to be addressed immediately. And to go ahead and to be safe from the ransom attack, they need to know how to secure their network. And having a cybersecurity expert in your organization or in your colleges or in your governments now becomes mandatory. Because without a cybersecurity expert, you will be not knowing how to handle the data, how to handle the network, or how to handle yourself in the cyberspace. So to give an answer, to keep you prepared, a cybersecurity expert or a consultant is a mandatory for you. As you remember, you might all be having your own, family doctors. Now it is a time that you need to have a family cybersecurity consultants now. So that is with the ransomware. Virus and malware, I think most of you might be knowing virus and malware. Every day there are new type of which are being exploded, which are being created, which are being spread across, and most of the time it is for the business purpose. Before there is a patch, I'm very sure there is a virus which has been created. That's how the business secret is. So I just splitted a main attack, salami attack here. I don't know if somebody had come across this. Please unmute yourself if somebody knows about salami attack. I think somebody is talking, but I'm hardly able to hear them. Okay, let me take you through that. How many of you have the bank accounts? A stupid question again. Most of you, right? So in your bank account, if you say that there is a deduction of 50 paise every day or 1 rupee every day in a month for some 3 to 4 days, how many of you will go to bank and ask a question saying that why was that 3 rupees or 4 rupees like 3 to 4 times in a month was deducted? I don't know how many of you will go. Myself, seriously, I won't go because 3 rupees. My branch is some 6 kilometers away from where I stay. So my petrol charge, my time, and the time where I need to wait in the bank to get an answer, I say 3 rupees is fine. So deduction of 3 rupees, they might say that it is a cess charge, it is some interest charge or some other reason they have deducted. So let us take an example now. In India, how many people or how many population we are having? 130 crores population. So in that, are we not having 50% of people who have a bank account? Yes, we do have. So that becomes almost like how much? 65 crores. In that 65 crores, at least 1 rupee in 1 month. Let us take it in this way, 1 rupee in 1 month. So how much money the cyber criminals are making? Are we the fools? Are we the brilliant guys who are sitting back and watching this? Are we not knowing that this is happening every day? I have just taken an example of bank. There are so many other places where we are facing the same issue today. Sorry. So that is the salami attack. It says salami attack because only a one portion of the content, that is your valuable thing, is taken and the complete stuff is not taken. And when it comes to bank, it's damn huge. In bank, there are so many types of different attacks it will be having every day. What kind of attacks you have seen, team? Anybody, if you can unmute and say? Anybody? Okay. ATM frauds, online frauds, purchase time frauds, POS frauds. POS, point of sale. That is wherever you swipe your card in your malls, theaters, food places where you swipe your card. So the kind of attacks what are happening over there, the frauds what are happening over there, all falls under banking. And the purpose, it's purely personal and business. Because you might have faced a lot of issues through the Paytm also. How many of you have faced the issue with the Paytm, Google Pays, your different wallets, whatever you are using? Most of you might. Because I'm very sure you are being forced to use the Paytm now. You are forced to use the Google Pay now, Phone Pay now. But do you know what kind of crimes are happening with this? No idea. Because I've seen that most of you might have received a message saying that they are going to send them money to your Phone Pay or your Paytm. But you don't know that link what is being created is for receiving the money or sending the money. But once you click it, you will see that rather than receiving the money from to your wallet, there will be a money sent from your wallet. So even the links, whatever you see, it might say money receiver, but it is a link which has been created where you will be sending the money. So when it comes under banking, I think it will take minimum, for me myself, if I take the class, it will take minimum 1 month to explain how many kinds of frauds we are having, how they have been executed, how brilliantly they are doing it, and at the same time, how foolishly every citizen in India, we are sitting back and relaxing and saying that that's okay, because we are not taking any measures for that. So different type of cyber crime seen in media now. We see every day this mafia is being seen in different types. Let me tell you, I have just taken a couple of screenshot of different crime, what was discussed on media, and how much of interest people had shown after that to secure themselves. So the cybercrime is seen in every corner of the globe, but the impact created, it is having its own level of impact with the different dimensions what it is doing. Because as I told you, from the level of students, they are committing the crime today. And after the corona, why it has been increasing so much? Let me tell you, people are facing issues to go out and commit crime. That is, in the real world, the crime is reducing and the cyber crime is raising. First thing, they can sit in one place, one corner of the world, and they can loot the whole world. That's how the cyberspace is. But in real world, people have to get onto road to rob someone. And getting caught is almost 50% guarantee in the real world. And in the cyber world, it is only 5 to 6% guarantee, because the way the technology is being used and the awareness what the common people are having about it. Because every day we see that people are talking about saying that we have to take measures, we have to fight against it. There are different sectors who are facing the issue. Everything we are talking. But when it comes at practicing the things, we have not seen anybody who is doing any kind of practices, any kind of exercises which is needed to secure themselves from the cybercrime. So the timeline from 14 till 2019, because 2020 we have not yet finished, and we are expecting more kind of crimes in 2020 as the pandemic situation created and people were in need of money and the cyberspace was huge open. The cybercrime also rised. Let me tell you, it was 68% raise in cybercrime till Corona. After Corona, it is 618% raise in India. Can you just imagine the statistics and see how the line could have been seen? Because in 2014, we saw more on phishing. In 2015, we saw a bit on social engineering. In 16, we saw it on SMS. In 17, bit of on online scams. In 2018, we saw more of on ATM and online fraud. In 2019, we saw some on ransom and some viruses and some stuff. But at the end of 2019, we saw that it is slowly moving to capture most of the cyberspace to commit crime at any corner. We started to watch TikTok, there is a crime on the TikTok. We started to download the applications. On the application, we saw that there are so many kinds. So anything, any corner, once we started depending on the cyberspace, the crime also started with that. The journey started as speed as we got our broadband or our internet speed. Because we are looking to have the 5G speed now and we are expecting 5.5 to 6G speed. And even the crime is following in the same speed with us. So major types of crimes, what we saw in these times, sorry, debit credit card frauds, wishing, as I was talking, you can see the numbers, how it is raising. Job fraud, the numbers, I feel that it is very less. This is the statistics what I received, but the job fraud has raised after Corona, because every corner of the world is receiving a mail and SMS saying that they are going ahead and providing a job. Card skimming, that is the ATM fraud. Gift and loan offers, that is huge. As we heard, somebody had received it in the morning also today. Social media cases, it's increasing every second, every millisecond now. Advance fee scams, it started raising in Corona time. They said that they are going to send a link where they register themselves and pay some small amount of 300 or 400 rupees. They will receive the Corona vaccination. I said, how is that possible? Why are we trusting somebody else on the online? Business opportunity, yes. It's the number, whatever we are seeing, it is not even 0.1%. It started raising more and more and more because people lost the job at Corona time. People wanted to earn money and make some business and some living. They started depending on the cyberspace. Who's targeted more in cyberspace? Do we have age, sex, religion, or any other barriers? Do you feel that it is only one kind of religion or one kind of sex where they are targeting them? Or is it everybody? Or is it something like age limited? Or it is something like the domain limited, saying that only the doctors are being targeted? No, only the ITs are being targeted. No, only the governments are being targeted. Let me tell you, everybody is being targeted. Whoever is vulnerable, whichever the device is vulnerable, they are being targeted. Jaisa bakra, jaisa, vaisa hi bali. That's how it goes. How fool you are on the cyberspace, that much advantage the cyber criminals are taking from you. So I just picked up only one thing, social engineering, because I don't know how many of you know about this social engineering. So has anybody come across about this? I've just put a definition. It says social engineering is an act of tricking someone into making them act as the cyber criminals want. As simple as that. And are we going to be the victims for this? Why I've chosen this, especially in so many different cyber crimes what we have? Any idea?
It is one of the most common.
One of the most common and the one of the most vulnerable, and
Yes.
one thing where we don't have the anti-social engineering tool yet come in the world.
Yes.
And why it has been more interesting for Indians? Any idea?
Because we are more interested in social engineering right now.
We are more interested in somebody else's life.
Else life, man. Yeah. We are not
We
interested
love
in.
Facebook because Facebook shows about somebody else's life, who went to their trip, who are having the party last night. And those guys also, they are also so interested to show themselves on the Facebook. And we are interested for that. And social engineering is very interesting, very much targeted in India, because one thing, the culture what we follow in India, if somebody asks something from us, we love to answer them. Don't you accept people? If it is in the bus stand or in the airport, if somebody asks your name, you will never stop with your name. You will say, yeah, I am Shubha. I'm from India. I'm from this. You will start giving the whole story of your life, your family, everything. And gathering the information from an Indian is going to be damn easy. Because if I say that, when you are talking to someone in some station, whether it is an airport, whether it is a bus station or a train station, do you know how much of information he's collecting from you? When somebody is talking to us, are they going ahead and manipulating the question so that they get an answer for what they want? Once I say about the social engineering, for example, when we are talking and pulling out the information from that, you might be thinking what they are going to do with that. Let me tell you, hacking has a tool, and that tool we call it as social engineering. Most of the content are being collected through social engineering. They will go ahead and collect your name, your date of birth, probably your passwords. Let me tell you, the people who are connected with me on today in this session, I know all your passwords. Do you know how? Let me tell you, for all the gentlemen who are in the session, I'm very sure you will never have, if you are married, you will never have your anniversary as your password because you will never remember that. Sorry for all the ladies. That is a fact. You have to accept. For all the ladies who are married, who are having the kids, your password will be your kid's name starting with their date of birth or their naming letters or blah, blah, blah. For all the guys who are the youngsters, it will be your, if you are a fan of your vehicles, it will be your vehicle number. And if you are the people who forget a lot, you will keep your landline number or mobile number as your password. Most of yours. Your date of birth will be your password. And for all the gentlemen here, probably if you had any of your previous love or something, her name will be the password. Let me tell you, the password guessing is going to be damn easy. How many of you have the password as sentence here? How many of you use maximum of special characters in the passwords here? How many of you change the passwords? Let me tell you, passwords are just like diapers. You need to keep them changing, otherwise it's going to stink. That's a formula we have to follow, but we are so easily taking it and we will share the password with anybody. And in this social engineering, as I said, when I talk to someone for say a minute, say for a minute or two, I can easily guess their password because the way they speak, I can understand what is the importance they are giving in their life. And the passwords can be guessed through that. So don't you think that we are so easy in this world and so vulnerable where we are keeping ourselves open, where anybody can come and hack us? I'm not talking only in the devices, even in the personal life. So cybercrime world map. I wanted to write so many things on the slides, on especially this slide. Then I said, whatever I write is going to be very less because cybercrime world map, we say that as a heat map, it's going to point out every corner. That's a reason I filled it with a black color and I said every corner has been filled with the cybercrime. Any corner you take in the world is it with the cybercrime today because every corner is connected through the internet. So when we don't have the barrier, let me ask you a question. For India, we have the government arms, right? We have army, we have navy, we have air force. So on all the three phases, we have the soldiers who are serving for us, who are dying for us, and who are securing us. On the border, every day they are fighting. I would love to salute them even at this talk. Yes, just because of them, I'm safe and I'm sitting and talking to you. Just because of them, we are able to sleep every day. So at the borders, they are there. On the air, they are there as our Air Force guys and securing us. On the sea, on the ocean, they are there securing our borders. But what about this cyberspace, internet? We don't have a barrier at all. So nobody from no corner of the world is taking his hard step to come through land or through water or through airspace. They are covering their crime to be committed through cyberspace. It's very, very easy because somebody who is sitting at the North America can come and commit a crime in India in less than 30 seconds. In less than 30 seconds. So they can take your money, they can take control of your system, they can make you dance as they want. And how much time? It's less than 30 seconds. So where is the barrier? Where is the force, cyber force, who is sitting in the corner and securing us? How are we going to secure ourselves? Who is going to come with us? Who is going to sit with us? What are we going to do? Have we thought about how serious the matter we are talking today is important in our life? Do we know how much crime we are committing without knowledge? Do we know how much we are exposing our country's security stuff and making it vulnerable to other countries? We were talking about cyber crimes. Before I go to dark web, let me ask you a question. Are we not ashamed that we were also exposing our security, that is the nation's security, to the other world? Are you thinking how? So how many of you remember about the name Abhinandan? Most of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when he was caught, what did we do?
Fighting.
We were shameless We posted every picture of his family, every information of that great soldier, saying that what is his name, what is his dad name, what is his wife name, what is his kid's name, which corner of Tamil Nadu he is from, what is his house looks like, what is his bathroom looks like, what is his bike looks like. Were we doing something which is going to secure this great soldier, or were we exposing the vulnerability to the guys on the other corner, that is in the Pakistan, saying them, boss, see, what is that you want to know? And do you know, Pakistani guys were very smart. They said like, "Arey yaar, wait, let us wait for a while. All these guys will give us the information saying that how to target this person whom we have caught." We did everything, and our media was amazing. I need to appreciate them personally. Every second on the media, they were talking about Abhinandan, saying that how was he, how was his childhood, what he was doing. And this guy is in the hands of somebody where he was not finding any security stuffs at all. And we are doing everything what can be vulnerable to our nation security also. And we are nowhere concerned in anything about all these things. Nobody raised a voice against this. And the government didn't even stop the traffic for this, but we were lovingly doing all these things, right? So we were the cyber criminals in these part, and we are doing it every day. We are exposing so many sensitive information of our nation through these kind of medias, what we don't even know what they are about. And the next part is dark web. Do I know this? Do you know this? Because internet, dark web, deep web, and my web. This is how we segregate the cyberspace. Because whatever the internet you see is not exactly the full-fledged 100% of internet what you are having in this world. You are seeing 1%, and that 1% is your internet. And the rest of it is the dark web and the deep web. And bit 0.1% what you know is your own web, that is my web. Because to access any of this dark web or deep web, one has to be a technical savvy expert who can get into this deep web, which we can't access through our Google or Yahoo or whatever it is. And this is not a session where I can tell you how to access it, because on the security reason, we can't even discuss saying that how to access that, how to meddle with that, how to do the business with that, because it's not the topic discussing. So most of my data, even though if it is not been hacked, it is available on online. Where? In the dark web and the deep web. The very internal portion of the content is being seen in the dark web and deep web today. You want any of the IAS officers or the commandos information, you get it in the dark web. So who deal here? All the cyber criminals deal in the dark web and the deep web. What are the things is being done here? Most of the market is being seen in the dark web and the deep web. Maximum of the business happens in dark web and deep web. What is available? Everything is available. You want narcotics? It is available. You want some machineries? It is available. You want a safety pin? It is available. You want some dangerous chemicals? It is available. You want some goons? You can hire them here. So you talk about anything. Dark web and deep web is available, where you can purchase anything, and tracking of this is little difficult, because let me tell you, it is not impossible. Most of us, our traffic is being monitored from main 2 different countries, which not to name here. They are monitoring, saying that who is accessing at the dark web, what they are doing, blah, blah, blah. They are not going to touch you until and unless you are harming them. But once they see that if they are harming, if they are being harmed from you, they are going to make sure that you are not in this world at all. So that dangerous this dark web is. So are we the victims? Yes. Most of our data where the phishing, smishing is done, the data is being collected and sold in the dark web. They are going to do a hacking. They will capture all the content from you. They are going to sell it in the dark web. So what not is happening in the dark web? Everything is happening. You want a virus, you can go ahead and purchase in the dark web and you can explore that in the real internet. So dark web, most of us, we don't even know because we have just might have heard the name, but we don't know how does that work also. So now coming to the cyber law. As I have been given the time, I am just switching to the cyber law. So when it comes to the cyber law, we know that the law in India was penned down in back 2000, and they said it is IT Act 2000. To guard all the digital crime, they came up with these Indian cyber laws. In 2008, there was an amendment. In 2010 also there was. But still, we are waiting for a lot of granular level cyber law where the cyber crime can be defended. Because when it is compared to the international law, which came into picture in 2002, the Commonwealth of Nations presented the model law on cybercrime, we are way behind. Because in this international platform, the cyber crimes are being handled in different way and Indian cyber law is being handled in a different way for the cyber crimes. Because as you see on the screen itself, international cyber crimes often challenge the effectiveness of domestic and international law enforcement. Because existing law in many countries are not tailored to deal with cybercrime, criminals increasingly conduct the crime on their internet. So that is what I said. Whenever we talk about the international platform and the domestic, they both differ for each crime what has been happening today, what is being committed today. Because a tailor-made deal has to be done on each crime what we are seeing today or each crime committed today. I have just penned down a couple of the sections, IT sections, because you might be knowing about the IPC, that is the Indian Penal Code, where it is going to deal with all the crimes in the real world. And the IT Act is going to deal with all the digital crimes. 66D, cheating by personation by using a computer resource. When it is 67A, publishing images containing the sexual acts. When it is 69, failure or refusal to decrypt the data. So lot many laws are there, and it says that whenever he is being caught, that is the criminal is being caught, he will be fined up to the amount with the imprisonment for less than or equal to 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and each time it differs. After having these many laws, who is watching us? Am I a victim? Is somebody monitoring me? Let me tell you, as to go back here, for the dark web, yes, they are watching you. They are monitoring you. Because watching and monitoring both are different here. Somebody who is monitoring, they might be monitored to secure you when it is a government. Because in most of the countries, in India, there is a sessions going on in a government to say that whether we have to come up with the proper monitoring in the state level and the central level to see what kind of traffic is being traveled and how the common people are using internet, so that there is a proper law also is being imposed. But in other countries, yes, monitoring is happening every second. Let me tell you, with the world hating country today, China, when I was training in China, I got to know the reality that they are having 86,000 cyber police who sits at any point watching all the cyber traffic. So how many we should be having them? Because they will be watching every traffic, saying that what is it carrying? What is that traffic is carrying with? Is it trying to attack somebody? Is it going ahead and putting some nonsense on the social media? Is it going ahead and putting something on the news? Is it there to attack somebody? Is it there to take some money? Every traffic is being monitored, whether it is incoming or outgoing. That's for monitoring. When it is watching, who's watching? Yes, somebody. Let me tell you, there is an eye which is watching you every second. Every second they are watching you. What are they trying to do? They want to watch you and make sure that what is your pattern of browsing you do, what kind of business you do on online, how to target you as a victim, because these are all the stuffs what they collect before they hack you. Let me tell you one important fact. When somebody wants to hack you, they will not just get onto the system and hack you. It's not in 1 second they will just go ahead and hack you. They will first sit and monitor you. They will sit and watch you, what you are doing. It's a process what they follow. It's not that somebody will just come and hack and take. It's not like what you're thinking. Let me tell you, there are two kind of people in the world. One is, as I explain, I always say that in 100% we have 250% over there. 150% of people who knows that they have been hacked and they don't know what to be done. And rest 50% who don't know that they have been hacked, but they have been hacked. So who is not been hacked here? Everybody. So now coming to the final presentations, last two final presentations. How do I present myself on internet? What I know about it. So let me tell you, you need to keep introduction very short and clear, which has to be meant on the internet, and do know that there are so many other thousands and lakhs of people who will be viewing, who might be thinking as what should be collected and what you're putting on internet. So whenever it is somebody talking to you, just say hello and just give a very little information. If it is something which you want to learn, just say what is that you want to learn. If you're wishing, just wish the good lucks. Don't go ahead and post all the personal informations like their photos, their videos, or whatever it is. You don't have to write the full stories and sentences when you're doing it on it. And sometimes you might be so much excited to share a lot of photos, lot of information, like very personal information, as you see in the second pic, where the couple have shared very sensitive information which might be used for something else in somewhere on the some corner of the website or in the servers. Last image with the lady with too many hands I had posted, because especially being the woman, we love to post so many things like what I was reading, what I was doing, where did I go, what did I cook, what did I eat, including the pictures. Let us be very careful on what we are sharing, especially once you share it on internet, it is never yours. Once shared, you will never own it. Why I stated all those was to show you the graphic style of how the cases are being looked today. Just one city I have taken. The case is registered at Bangalore Cybercrime Police Station this year. And let me tell you why it is so less. It is just 9,971 and rest of Karnataka is 1,383. One state and one city I have taken. Let me tell you, it is only less than 0.1% what we are seeing, because in so many crores of people who are there in India, who owns this country, don't even know what is cybercrime, and they don't know where to register the case if they are the victims. That is the reason we are seeing this much of less of cases which are being registered in today's world. I just showed the numbers because you should understand that this is not the only number of crimes we are seeing. If it is, this is the only number we have seen the cases, then we would have been very secured in this world. Because as I told you, in 6 crore people of Karnataka, it is only 1,383. Then we are secured. No, it's not the fact. The cases are not getting registered because people don't know what kind of crimes are being said as cybercrime, how they are being categorized, how they are being handled today. So that was only a one state and one city. Now I'm talking about the world map of cybercrime. As I said, somebody sitting in USA is committing crime in India, China, Russia. Every corner they are connected. Because the bank is in US, The user is sitting somewhere else. His proxy server is sitting somewhere. His manufacturer is somewhere. The registrar is somewhere. So many activities are running in this world where we see the whole world as one single platform for cyberspace. Do you know that when you are accessing the Google server is not from India? Do you know that when you are accessing Yahoo, Yahoo is not from India? How many of you know that there is an operating system of Indian? Because Windows is not Indian. Linux is not Indian operating system. So what is Indian operating system? Do we know that?
Boss.
Exactly. Thank God. In one session, I'm hearing this. Anybody know the full form of BOSS?
It's the Bharat operating system.
Bharat operating system.
Yes.
So we don't know ours. We love importing the things, right? We love imported jacket. We love imported shoes. At the same thing, we love imported applications. And if there is a malware or a virus or a backdoor added onto that, we are okay with that. Because we love to go ahead and have the imported things. So who has a cybercrime issue? Which sector? I have tried to pen down every sector, every domain, because everybody is the victim today. Whether it is banking, IT, telecom, education, public sector, legal, satellite, aerospace, transport, mining, media, oil, entertainment, food. I have left over those two, sorry. Everybody is. So this is for you people who are watching the session, who are in the session. How many of the cyber crimes you bought today? One online game fraud, one phishing fraud, one online banking fraud, one wishing fraud, one some other fraud, and dumped onto your cart, right? Do you know that you are shopping all these things for yourself? People might be laughing. I can hear that because you have muted yourself. You might be thinking, why am I saying that? Yes, of course, you are buying it. You are buying and you are adding that into your cart, right? And you are enjoying. But you are not knowing what is happening. I said you are adding it to your cart because reason behind that is, how many of you have the applications in your phone apart from the default applications what you had from your phones? How many of you have WhatsApp? How many of you have Facebook? How many of you have the Truecaller? So next question. Who said that these applications are secured and where did you buy a certificate saying that it is secured? Why didn't I hear that saying that WhatsApp has end-to-end encryption and it is secured? Let me tell you, end-to-end is secured, but both the ends are open, right?
Yeah.
Truecaller, let me give you a live example. Most of you have the Truecaller, right? So once you type in some number, it will start showing up the name, or once you receive a call, it will start showing up the name. How does it come to know the name? Actually, to be very frank, when you dial my number, sometimes it shows as GCSRT, sometimes as Shubha ma'am, sometimes as Go Cybex. For my students, I'm Shubha ma'am. For my son and daughter, I'm mom. So sometimes it shows as Shubha mom. So why? And sometimes when you're typing some unknown number and trying to dial them, it says Santosh uncle. Why is that person uncle for you? The fact is, somebody has stored that number with that name in their phone. And they have the Truecaller. And Truecaller have taken all the content of that user whose uncle is Santosh. That's the reason he has stored it as Santosh uncle. And when you are trying to dial it, it is showing the content from his contact saying that it is Santosh uncle number. How many of you had thought about this? So in the Truecaller, you yourself are giving the data. Is it only taking the content? You might have seen that most of you are so, so lovingly accept the application that Once you download the application, it will ask you to read the disclaimer and accept it. How many of you read the disclaimer? And for all the gentlemen, it's just like getting married. You first get married, then you will learn to see who the wife is and what she is about. It's the same thing with the app. We'll just first get married. That's it. So we don't know what is it asking the permission for. Sometimes it will ask the permission for wallet, for your camera, for your audio, video, so many things it will ask. And we will just keep on clicking on agree, okay, agree, okay, agree, okay, and we will download it and install it. So who is purchasing the crime? You and me, and putting it into our cart today. So advantages and disadvantages of cyberspace. Yes, we do have the advantages. When we know the disadvantages and when we know how to handle, yes, we do have the advantages, because we are sitting in corner today, and if some emergency, we are able to call them, dial them, talk to them. We are not in a era where we were sending the telegram and the telegram was received after 3 days, right? So getting into the measures, awareness, vigilance, and stop ping connect. I'll tell you what is stop ping connect. So safety, be sure. I'm just trying to finish it because I'm running with the time. Social media, beware what you're posting. Me and my device, know what is your device first. What are the measures to be taken on the device? What are the security settings, antivirus that needs to be added? And you and your internet, know how the internet operates. Know how you are supposed to operate, how the security measures has to be taken, settings has to be done. Because don't give a blunt answer saying that I am not a technical savvy, I don't know how to do the settings. If you are not aware and if you're not ready to learn it, don't use the device. As simple as that. So recommendations, always keep the backup. Ensure that you are having the latest antivirus. I'm very sure most of you might have not had the licensed version antivirus because you love to download the free version. Secure the email gateways. Strengthen your network. Make sure that your network Wi-Fi has a proper password set and it is having the proper firmware which has been upgraded once and often. Secure your vulnerable, whatever you feel that there is a vulnerability in the system, make sure it is being covered. Download the applications which you can trust from. Talk to your family, including the children, about the safety measures always, not once in a while, always. Regularly check the updates and do not click on the links. First of all, that's the reason I said stop, think, and connect. Stop first, think about it, then only click on the link. Because don't trust on any of the links which comes in your mail, text, or on any messages. So what if you are a victim? Don't panic, just follow the protocol. Report to the nearest police station, and if it is somebody else is a victim, please support them. Take advice from cybersecurity expert. Never delete any evidence. Don't follow unknown instructions from online. Don't click on Google saying that I am a victim, how to go ahead and secure myself. Never click on unknown links if you are a victim. Be vigilant. Know the unknowns. So you need to stay alert. Keep your cybersecurity hotline numbers handy. Be cyber insured. If you guys have not taken the cyber security insurance, please do avail it. And if you want assistance, RT is there, they can assist you. Share less and learn more. Data is a new oil, as I said, and no one is interested with your personal happiness on online. Device can't understand your sentiments. So don't share the things which is the sentimental stuff saying that on the Facebook, I have seen the status saying that I am depressed. Okay, you are depressed. Why you want to share it on online? Right? And that being depressed status will be there for months together. And somebody might have put on saying that I am in a movie, watching movie. And that status will be lying there for months together. I am sleeping. The status is there for 3 months. Come on. Let me tell you, device can't understand your sentiments and nobody is interested with your personal life or your happiness. So try to share as less as possible. So as I said, stop before downloading, think before you click, and then only proceed. And I have highlighted cyber fasting from Global Cybersecurity Response Team for Cyber Security Month. That is October. We have introduced a new practice called cyber fasting. So what is it? It is very simple. Try to stay away from your phone and internet at least a couple of hours in a day. Love yourself, love to be with your family, spend time reading, not on online, on, let me tell you, books. Share your experience, not on online, verbally with your friends, stay out, have coffee. Let me tell you, I have seen as a cybersecurity expert the lot of mental issues just because they are getting addicted to cyberspace. And let me tell you, whoever are bringing up your younger kids, practice them with this cyber fasting. At least one day in a month, let them be away completely from all the gadgets. And be sure that what are your steps and the digital prints you are living on online. As I told you, once you shared it on online, it will be never erased. Don't think that I have erased on Facebook and it's gone. It will be still sitting there in some corner and haunting you. So thank you, people. That is what, because the security tips as an advantage I have ordered. So you can reach us with the provided information for any kind of cybercrime. If you feel that you're victims, don't just sit back. You can call us, you can talk to us, you can tell what is that issue you're facing. We are there to assist you. Don't panic. And finally, I spoke so much, and that's me. That's the reason I was talking so much. I'm a cybersecurity expert in this field for 22 years now. So since 22 years, I'm handling the cyberspace, seen a lot of cybersecurity issues, and I have realized that apart from precautionary measures and proper awareness, we can't secure ourselves, nor our nation, nor our world. Because in this new kind of mafia, whatever we are seeing today, we have to be damn secure. And the thing what we can do from our side is spend at least 10 minutes to learn the cybersecurity awareness and spread the awareness every day, because we are spending our most of the time on the cyberspace today. And being safe is our responsibility, because in today's world, you can't expect one police officer for you allotted where he can come and secure you, right? Because as you go out from home, you will lock the doors, you will make sure that all the security has been taken care to secure your house. But are you securing your cyberspace as you are doing for your personal things in the physical world? I'm sure you're not doing. So please start from today, because this is not a session to just spend for time for 90 minutes and just get out of here. The time is spent to make sure that the cyber crime is being handled and you are at the cyberspace where it is being secured. And you make sure that you are giving a secured cyber world for your next coming youth, because this is not only your property. You can't just say that I don't know cybersecurity and use it as you want, spoil it, and just throw it away and go out. You have to secure it and hand it over to the next coming future. So let us stay safe, stay secure, and let us all join hands to have a safe, secured cyberspace for India also. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to say it's a real cybersecurity awareness talk. You have elaborately explained what to do, what not to do on cyberspace. So thank you very much for your enlightened presentation. If any questions from the audience,
Yes, ma'am.
you can ask.
It's really nice to hear you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm also into cybersecurity from the last 7-8 years. It's really nice to hear you. I have one question, ma'am. What is the impact of GDPR on as far as Indian data privacy is concerned?
Yeah, a good question. Actually, let me tell you, GDPR is mainly with the European countries where they are handling with for the general data protection. And before Corona, we had a European Council meeting which was cancelled just because of this Corona, where we were not able to travel. As being the ambassador, even I was invited for the same meeting to digitize the stuffs where we can follow the similar one to India or to come up. Let me tell you, for India now they have formed a committee called PDP, Personal Data Protection. They are still drafting the things to come up with, because they want to come similar to GDPR now, but as of now we are falling into GDPR, but officially there is nothing else which says that we are following GDPR. India is trying to draft its own PDP, that is personal data protection kind of formula, where they are going to come up with that. Now, whenever the crime happens, the GDPR, yes, of course, it falls into the paper, because the crime, we don't know where the server, where the criminal, where the victim. So it all depends on each crime, what has been committed. And whenever it is a protection, as of now, if you want to file any complaint saying that your data is being misused by, say, your Airtel, your bank, or your Aadhaar guys, you can use the GDPR as of now.
One more question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is there any good certification in data privacy?
As of now, you have to follow the European only, GDPR.
Okay.
Okay. For Indian yet, we have to come up with the draft, and then only we will be coming up with the certification.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, pleasure. Anybody else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stay safe, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we are at the end of the first session. Now we will have a break for half an hour, and the next session will going to start at 12 o'clock by Mr. Mahesh on cryptography and steganography. So I'll be sending a new link 10 minutes before. So all of you attend the next session. It will be very interesting. And the same continued session on practical basis, it will be in the afternoon. So before attending the practical session, you please attend the theoretical session, so that you can come to know the practical experience of that. Okay, let us meet again at 12 o'clock. Thank you. ಈ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ಗಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನೋ ತಿದ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದೇನೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ದು ಈ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಶುಭಮಂಗಳ ಸುನಿಲ್, ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೆಸರು ಬರೀವಾಗ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಮಧುಶ್ರೀ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅವರು ಇವರು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಿಸ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಶೋಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಸರ್, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸೇ ದಿಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಮಿಸಸ್ ಶುಭಮಂಗಳ ಸುನಿಲ್ is the founder and chief executive officer, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಚೇರ್ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, officer of Global Cyber Security Response Team, GCSRT, and it's a private limited company. She is an ambassador, ಇದು full formal ಬರೀಬೇಕು, for Asia, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, Asia, and only certified anti-terrorism specialist in Asia. She is an excellent cybersecurity consultant and advisor for Government of India, Government of Singapore, and various corporate houses in these countries. She is the founder trustee for full form foundations and IT sectors and colleges ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. She is also a technical director for Cybercrime Technologies, Bahrain and Saintly, Dubai. She is a chief editor of Australian Journal. She is working with various governments, nationally, internationally, corporate houses spread across geographies. ಇದು ಇವ್ರದ್ದು. ಮಹೇಶ್ದು ಈ ತರ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಇದ್ಬೇಕು ನಂಗೆ. Mr. Mahesh Gaikwad completed his master's in computer applications at Visvesvaraya Institute of Technology. He is having 5 years of experience in the field of cybersecurity. Started his professional career in Security Operations Center, in which ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಗ ನೀವೇ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ? ಓದಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವ್ರದೊಂದು ಇದು ಬೇಡ, ಮಹೇಶ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಶುಭಮಂಗಳದ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ TNN ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ. ನಾಳೆಗೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಇವಾಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೈಟ್ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ನಾಳೆ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಶೀಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮುಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾಳೆಗಲ್ವಾ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ದು. ಮಹೇಶ್ದು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತೋರಿಸಿ, ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಒಂದ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಔಟ್ ತಕೊಂಬಂದು ನೀವು ಓದಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳ? ಹಲೋ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಈಗ ಆ ಸೆಷನ್ ಮುಗೀತು. 12 o'clock ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಆ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾಕು. ಹೌದು, ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನೆ. ಹೌದು, ಸರಿ, ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಈಗ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಅದೆಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಗ್ನೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಇದೆ ಸೆಷನ್. ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಏನ್ರಿ ಇದು ಕತೆ? ನೀವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಟೀಗೆ 8 ಸತಿ ಇವಾಗಿರ್ತಿದ್ರ. ಮಹೇಶ್ ಮುಗೀತು ಅಲ್ಲ 11:30 ಮುಗೀತು. ಒಂದ್
ಪುನಃ
ಸೆಷನ್
ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
12ಗೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ.
ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಸೆಟಪ್
ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ದಾಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಟ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಈ ಕಡೆ. ಅದು ಮೊನ್ನೆನೆ ಸಂಡೇನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಗಿರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಿರ್ಗಿಸಿದೆ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
1:30
ಮತ್ತೆ 2:30 ಶುರು.
2:30 ಶುರು. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಗ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. 2:30 4.
ಹಾ 2:30. ಅದೇನೋ ಯೋಗಿತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಒಂಚೂರು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂದು ಹೋಗಮ್ಮ ಅಂದೆ.
ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ದೆ
ನಾನು ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರದು ಇವತ್ತೆ.
ಗೈಡ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ 2
ಏನ
ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕೀಸ್
2 ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಾಳ, 2 ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಾಳೆ.
ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಒಂದು
ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಳು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಲು ಅವಳು. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನೇ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ರೆಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್, ನಾನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು ಇದು ಅವಳದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಓಡೋಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್. ಇವತ್ ನೋಡು ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಿ ನೋಟ್ ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲು. ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅವಳು ಹೇಳದ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವಳು 2 ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೆ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಎಂಸಿಎ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಜೋಶಿ ಅಂತ ಮೇಸ್ಟ್ರು ಇದ್ರು, ಬಹಳ ಸಖತ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಚರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಬಿ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. ತುಂಬಾ ಇದು ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೋಬಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಇಡೋದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಒಂದ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಇಡೋದ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 500-600 ಎರರ್ ತೋರ್ಸೋದು, ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದ ಎರರ್ ತೋರ್ಸೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಟಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡು. ನಾನು ಅಂಟಿಸಿದ್ದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇವತ್ತೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ 2 ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ 2. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಧ್ಯ ಮೆಸೇಜ್.
ನಾವು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಅದೊಂಥರ ಗಂಗೋತ್ರಿ ಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ಸೋದು, ನಮಗೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರೀರಿ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರ ಪರ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್